Hi, my name is Kevin Lynch. I will give you a brief presentation on neuromarketing. I will be highlighting an article written by Natasha Singer titled Making Ads That Whisper to the Brain. Once again, that article is an article that goes over neuromarketing, and I'm just going to try and highlight some of the points I feel like are important. Some of those highlights are: what is neuromarketing? How are they using it? How it works? Who's using that? What does it mean for us? And how do we avoid that from happening to us? And so we don't get kind of lulled in this trap of having neuromarketing. And you'll see kind of how it is a bad thing and as a good thing. Neuromarketing, for those who don't know, is advertising through activity and action through the brain. And that kind of sounds like a tricky definition, but neuromarketing studies consumers' responses in cognitive and sensor motor activity by the way you think about something or look at something. Neuromarketing is a study of that. And so, just for a quick example, maybe when you see a commercial of McDonald's on the TV, you think about going to McDonald's and be like, that looks pretty good. Or you start looking at, like, you're not looking at the TV or whatever it may be, is neuromarketers look at this and they can see how they can improve their ads or how they can make them, just how can they improve their ads. And that's simply what neuromarketing is. So some of the techniques that they use in neuromarketing is, I've listed some here. I kind of said mind mining techniques. I think it's just because they're so interested in digging into our minds and what makes us do certain things. One of the ones they use is eye tracking. Eye tracking is just, they're able to tell what our eyes are looking at by, just certain technology. I remember one example I can share is I was watching The Bachelor, and they had the girls look at pictures of the guy, and they would use eye tracking to see what they would look at, to see what their priorities are. And it was just kind of interesting to see, where their eyes looked to first, and then second and third, and so on. And so that's a big thing for companies to use, is eye tracking to see what catches our eye first. And skin, muscle, and facial responses are, pretty much all the same. What's going to make us smile? What's going to make us laugh? What sort of things are going to make us happy or sad when we see something? That's sort of things that they study to see how they can improve their marketing. Using the technology is, how are they going to put all that together? So once they kind of gather all that data about putting where our eyes go, what makes us smile, they can kind of put all this together, and it measures our brain waves. And so they can see, how quickly our brain reacts to certain things and what's going to make us do whatnot. So once they get to that level, it kind of reaches into our subconscious. So it becomes kind of just like who we are at that point. It's not really making a rational decision. It goes straight to our subconscious. And so when you add all those up, the article describes that as the whispers of the brain, kind of the brain telling us what to do at that point, and us not really thinking about it. So who's using neuromarketing? The article was written in 2010, and so at that point, I listed all the ones the article states, but I'd be guaranteed to say now that most all of companies are probably using neuromarketing just because of the effects that it has and the positive results that it yields. I would encourage you to look out for that and to see what sort of companies are using that. So this is the kind of the part where it might look bad, and some people are saying it's bad, and it surpasses our rational defenses. And that's a point that I wanted to make, is when we're buying something, we often rationalize with ourselves, is it worth it? Am I going to use that? Or whatever it may be. But neuromarketing puts it in our brain that we do need it, and it's not really a question. We just buy it because our brain said to buy it. And that's kind of the scary point about neuromarketing is some people compared it to brainwash in that sense. There's an interesting video that I would encourage you to watch at a later time, just about neuromarketing and how it's all set up. How do we avoid neuromarketing in our lives? It's simply knowing what needs and wants are, what needs we have and what wants we have. Just for the sake of time, if it simply needs, I think we all know what needs are and what wants are. When we need something, then we buy it. Not when we want something, we buy it. So to get past neuromarketing, we just need to know that we need to buy our needs and not our wants. We need to be rational in our decisions, and that's how we can avoid the neuromarketing. I just want to know my resources are simply, like I stated earlier, the article written by Natasha Singer entitled Making Ads That Whisper to the Brain. I'd also encourage anyone to check that out as well. And thank you for listening.